I'll give you guys a tour of the brand new updated video room that I spent a while updating. So, I'm in. Gonna view everything. And when you walk in here, you have the counter. We have CED, Betamax, laser discs, and VHS, of course. Rental rates. Candy, don't look at the expiration date on candy. It's kind of nasty. But I have some of my little movie goods here. My puppy's outside making noise because she can't give us a couple minutes to be quiet. A little display here. Well, let me do back here first. This is Chauncey Street Corner. This is all the Honeymooners collection, the entire thing here. I'm going to go down a little bit and show the whole shelving. It needs to be dusted, but it's kind of difficult task to do all this. But that's all the Honeymooners stuff. And it's kind of its separate area that's, I'm going to say nestled away in a movie room because it's kind of front and center. But there's the Honeymooner stuff, this stuff on the bottom. Whole bunch of stuff. I wish my dog would give me a minute. Just be quiet. Anyway, over here is we have a freestanding Zenith set. I bought this for $10 years ago, and Kim was rolling her eyes at me, but it's been pretty awesome. It's hard to move, so wherever it goes, it stays. But I have numbered VCR. You can see this is number 29. I have different ones in circulation. I think I have about 30, 31 right now. I have a list, but this helps keep track of which ones are working and what condition and what I have. So that's that. CED player. It actually does work. CED, RCA Select Division disc. Betamax SL5800. I got this from my friend in Ohio. And this is labeled too B1 Betamax 1 because I do have 3 Betamaxes floating around in the house. Some other artwork and memorabilia stuff up here. This is my little video store homage thing. Hollywood Video Movie Gallery Blockbuster Video. Trying to move through it fairly quickly. Over here, I did start breaking up sections. These are books and sliders. These obviously they slide out of the boxes. These open like books. That's the names for them. But there's a list. There's a stack of those I have. Misspent Youth. I put some of the DVDs. I'm trying to incorporate DVDs and VHS the best I can because for space purposes. So I tried to incorporate all the Misspent Youth titles here. And then over here I have Nature Run Amok, which is all like crazy animals and stuff with their DVDs as well. I know this isn't necessarily the most optimal way to store them, but it's not bad. It's just not preferred. And I tried to have my more my higher end titles not stored this way. Then I have down here, I didn't make a tag yet, but these are the slasher DVDs only down here. This is religious horror with the DVDs and a VHS. The bottom shelf is all Knight Rider stuff, and I have a soundtrack signed by the composer of the original series, and then a little Hot Wheels car that was specifically signed for me by hand in person by David Hasselhoff. So that's down there, which is kind of cool. Against the wall here, I do have the bottom shelf as personal output. These are all the things that I've been involved with, the DVDs. And then up here, if you look way up on the top shelf, are DVD box sets. It's not all of them, but it's the ones that I would probably frequent the most. All the TV sets that are up there. The next couple rows, I have found footage DVDs and I have horror DVDs for the next few rows. I do have a ghost haunting section, which are the DVDs right there. Again, it wasn't as imperative to stack those on top of each other, but it's for space purposes. Over here, I do have the original standee from a video store, 1986, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. It's a little beat up, but it's in pretty good condition considering it's as old as it is. Straight ahead, I do have my drama section VHS. I have my video books down here, extra VCRs here, extra VCRs up on the side. The other side has them lined up as well. And then my sections over here are, as you can see, there's other VHSs, which are, documentaries and whatnot, stuff like that. My musical section, my thrillers are listed there. Here's more thrillers, this whole row over here. There's some action films, this whole row here. There's comedy section for the next 2 rows. And on the bottom are some cut or oversized boxes and Twilight Zone, a bunch of the clamshell CBS Video Twilight Zone collection. Against the wall over here are pretty much all my big boxes, or what should be big boxes. 1 or 2 are cut, but most of them are big boxes. They display great, so I wanted to put them out. The top row straight across are some of my real heavy hitter tapes. Horror House on Highway 5, 555, Tourist Trap, the Donna Michelle titles, and then I have like Death Row Diner, Nail Gun Massacre, Gourmet Zombie Chef from Hell, The Prowler, Video Dead. There's some pretty good ones up there, but the wall's kind of cool. There's some random stuff down here, including my new films, Cool Summer 2, which are available currently on VHS and Blu-ray through Scream Team Releasing. So please pick them up because they look great and they're really cool. There's just some random titles on the bottom that I couldn't fit. A couple of games down here. I picked this one up a while ago and I really tried to maximize it the best I could. This is the spinning rack that I have, but if you can see, it's a bunch of, most of them are together the best I could, but it's a lot of random stuff too, and it's mostly by label because you can see this is a comedy, this is obviously not a comedy, but they're on the same label, so I tried to group them accordingly. And these are 3 deep on each shelf, pretty much most of them, and so there's a lot over here. It's kind of cool. In this section over here, I'm going to, there's my popcorn machine too, right here, which I don't pop popcorn in because I like to keep it looking good. So I have another popcorn machine in the kitchen. Go figure. This top row over here, it's all the classics. All black and white. Haunting, House of Wax, Return of the Fly, Frankenstein, Metropolis, all that kind of stuff is over here. My Hitchcock films are down here with a few DVDs. There's the rock and roll horror section, like Black Roses, Hard Rock Zombies, stuff like that, Rocktober Blood. Down here is another row of horror, and what I'm showing you here is this whole wall is, starting here is all horror, all down here. The top row here, I labeled them Naughty Time, but these are my erotic thriller titles right here. They come down to here a little bit, and I have a Vamps and Wolves section. It's all vampires, werewolf stuff, and some of these could be grouped differently in different categories, but I just for purposes of finding stuff easier, it's better to do that. I do have a Stephen King section down here, and I do have an Andrew Stevens section down here, and then I have a bunch of bootleg titles right down here, DVDs and VHS. I don't condone those, but at the same time, I want to get a couple copies. I'm gonna try to get hold of them the way I can. So that's what's over here. There's some X-Files tapes in the corner, some other cool titles tucked away here, pretty good ones. Popcorn, The Horror of Party Beach, Mind Killer, good stuff here. And then I'm going to show you this last section is kind of interesting. These are all this is my Mark Gregory section. I may get more stuff from him. They're not that easy to find. But Escape from the Bronx and 1990 Bronx Warriors, Thunder Warrior 1, 2, 3. He did Adam and Eve Meet the Cannibals. I'm going to try to get the Reverse the Cannibals, whatever that is. I want to get that too. But this is section going. This is I don't know what to call it, but the urban section. This is a kind of rare tape, old breakdance clamshell. That ties into breaking a little bit, actually. It even mentions breaking, but there's Breaking 2, Rappin', Body Rock, Beat Street, Wild Style, all of the titles like Colors, Dangerous Minds, The Principal, Lean on Me, The Warriors. That's all up here. This are where a couple of my newer clamshells are here, including one of my titles, or 2 of my titles. But then I have some clamshells here. I have like Apology, The Being, Day of Judgment, Crazy, stuff like that. Then you get some more of clamshells down here. These are just these are like more the Warner Brother and Prism sized cases right here. Those are all organized. And this rack over here, I made a specific rack for Gallagher. These are all his releases, top to bottom, these 2 rows. On the other side, I just tried to put what I could and keep in same theme a little bit, but all my Cheech and Chongs and a couple Porky's films on the bottoms to try to fill up some space. So that's what's going on over here. I do have a special interest section, which is mostly 80s and early 90s workout tapes. They're actually pretty cool. They're fun. They're cheesy. I have them here. These are some like women defense tapes and stuff. It's weird, but they're very cool. They're overacted. They're just overdone. They're great. I have a Monsters on the Loose section here. A couple of rows. The ones that are laying flat, I just had no room, so they're over there, which are fine. They look okay there. Near Dark's my favorite movie, so hence the myriad of copies that I have. I have a Crazed Hillbillies section with DVDs and Blu-rays in there as well. I have a Mind Control section with Scanners, Circuitry Man, Looker, stuff like that. That's kind of thing in there. Then I have Ill-Tempered Individual section. So Assault on Precinct 13, The Fanatic, Identity, Intruder, Inside, stuff like that straight across as well, which goes to the second row. The bottom row is just a catch-all section. And if you can get in here, straight ahead is the slasher section. That's like by far my favorite section, and it takes up like 4 or 5 rows straight across. You'll see them down there, right under that. And I separated the DVDs at that point for room and space. Then I have Haunted Happenings section, which are all my ghost VHS tapes. I do have a Road Rage section as well. I have a Real Killer section that's either based on killers or very not really loosely based on killers, but those are the real either documentaries on them or whatnot. I have a Rape Revenge section down there, which has the Angel series, the Crow series, Exterminator, Last House on the Left, stuff like that. If you look up here, I have just some random stuff, but the Relentless series. This is one of my favorite horror series, the Children of Corn series, including the brand new one that has been bashed left and right, pretty much like all the other ones. And I have a few other titles here: Project Shadow Chaser series, House, Candyman, including the new one is here. The Living Dead series, Romero stuff is down here. Killer Tomato section, the Blair Witch stuff here. On the bottom, I do have a bunch of CED discs on both sides. These are the horror ones. These are the non-horror ones. And then I have a bunch of laser discs as well. Not bunch, but laser discs as well. Right over here are some few documentaries and some random stuff. Halloween, Blockbuster release. Night of the Living Dead, Blockbuster release. A couple Toxic Avenger tapes. I need the first one again. A few documentaries here. And then underneath I have the beta section, my Betamax section, which is small, but it's starting to grow again. I have all these titles on Betamax. So that's pretty much my room. It's a lot easier you can see around here. There's a few. My lights are up there. You can see the some of the sign things I have. I'm not really into sign memorabilia that much unless it's standout items for me. But you get an idea. I am trying to decorate it and keep it fresh and fun in here. And that's about it. So thanks for hopefully enjoying my tour, and I'll check back with you soon. Bye.